Friday the 13th, and we are back with the fourth installment of the 23-24 Tigervision News. I'm Easton.
And I'm Emma.
This is a reminder that, as always, High School FCA and Teens for Christ will be meeting in the old gym at lunch today. Everyone is welcome.
Now, if you'll please join us for a moment of silence.
Would you please stand for our Pledge of Allegiance to the American flag? Attention, salute, pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
This broadcast is brought to you by American Legion Frank Glad Post Number 20, Armstrong Bank, Bravado Wireless, Cornerstone Funeral Home and Crematory, Fort Gibson Education Foundation, Keith Hardware and Supply, Renfro Electric, The Local Bank, Trucks for You, Zomac Music, Max Drive-In, Tiger's Den, Burroughs Post Frame Supply, G&H Outdoor Services, Green Country Lanes and Muskogee Skate Center, Michelle Mackey at Chenoweth and Cohen, New Direction Dental and Sleep Care, Simple Simon's Pizza, Dr. Debbie Coy and Dr. Kimberly DeRosset, Sticks 4 Mile Stop, and Sticks Fort Quick Stop.
Another big congratulations to our Royal Regiment Marching Band as they made Fort Gibson history this past weekend. They were named Grand Champions of the Bixby Tournament of Bands this past Saturday.
This is the first time in the history of the Fort Gibson Band program that the Royal Regiment has won 2 Grand Championships in the same year. It is also the first year that they have won the Fan Favorite Award.
The individual results from Saturday's contest include first place in Class 4A, first place drum major, first place in percussion, high visual, high general effect, fan favorites, and grand champions.
The Royal Regiment will be presenting a state send-off community performance tonight at 8 p.m. at the Leo. Come out and support our band in their last performance before OBA. Speaking of the Royal Regiment, congrats to Adriana Arnold for being crowned All-School Homecoming Queen last Friday night.
Seniors, all senior yearbook ads are due by Friday, November 3rd. Space is limited, so please reserve yours ASAP. Check your email from Mrs. Harrison for more information.
This week is College App Week. Seniors, you are encouraged to apply to college this week if you haven't already. Please be sure to talk to your senior bridge teacher or your school counselor if you need assistance. Once you've applied, or if you've already applied, stop by Miss Walkup's office for a sticker and to be entered in a drawing for a prize.
Everyone stop by and check out the new bulletin board outside the counselor's office. It's fun to see where your teachers have been trained or went to college. Teachers, if you haven't turned in your information yet to be included, there's plenty of room on the board and we'd love to add you.
It's time to sign up to take AP test. The cost is $98 per test. That needs to be paid to Miss Walkup by the end of the day on November 3rd.
Congratulations to the Fort Gibson academic team for winning districts. Team members include Captain Carl Garrett, Parker Hayes, Daniel Lundy, Sullivan Mordell, Jake West, and Wyatt West.
Rowdy Crowd members, we appreciate what a great job you've been doing representing our student body this year at football games. We like the fact that you want to celebrate with the team after the game, but please wait on the track until the band has played the fight song before going onto the field. This way we don't run the risk of mingling with the opposing team as they are trying to exit the field.
History Club members, T-shirt order forms and payment are due today if you want a T-shirt.
Homecoming Queen and escorts, access to the picture proofs from Ruth Kelly are now available on the Homecoming Google Classroom.
Students, this is a reminder that we are getting close to the end of the trimester and trimester tests. Our trimester exemption program is still in effect. The rules are as follows. Students may earn a trimester test exemption from their classes by maintaining the following academic and attendance criteria. Students who have 3 or fewer absences and 90% or higher average in class. Students who have 2 or fewer absences and 80% or higher average in class. And students who have 1 absence and 70% or higher average in class.
Absences are defined as follows: Anytime a student misses school for anything other than a school-related function, it will be counted against their overall total for absences in relation to this program. This includes illness, doctor's appointments, etc. Students who have been suspended may not participate in the buyout, and every third late-to-class tardy equals an absence. These count towards your total.
Non-exemption courses are defined as follows. Any student enrolled in an E2020 class will not be exempt from taking the cumulative exam for that course, due to the fact that it is required for completing the program. And students in an alternative education setting must take their trimester exams. I don't know about you, Emma, but I'm enjoying the cool mornings and pleasant afternoons.
I look forward to fall every year, especially when the weather is so nice and the Oklahoma foliage turns from green to red, yellow, and orange. Let's go to Karson to see what the weather looks like this weekend into next week.
Thanks guys, it is really starting to feel like fall, and maybe winter for some mornings. Temperatures should be in the lower 70s today, but for the weekend and start of the next week, the early day temps will be in the 40s and the high temps only making it up to the low to mid 60s. Next Wednesday and Thursday, we will rebound to the mid 70s with a little warmer mornings in the 50s, and we have about a 20% chance of rain for the next Thursday's football game. As always, we would like to thank News on 6 for this week's weather graphic. And now a word from one of our sponsors.
Renfro Electric has been in business for over 35 years and is a full-service electrical contractor for all of Oklahoma. We are able to serve our customers with superior craftsmanship and top-notch service. With over 40 employees and a bonding capacity in excess of $6 million, we can handle those larger jobs but are still small enough to provide the personal service our customers have come to expect. For any electrical needs, give us a call at 918-687-7535.
It takes a certain kind of humor to truly appreciate a good solid dad joke. And by good, I obviously mean bad. Ridiculously bad. So bad that people are shaking their heads. That's how you know it's a good dad joke. Fortunately for those who appreciate such uncomfortable guilty pleasures in life, the dad joke segment is back for the 23-24 school year. So for all the dads out there, take it away.
I know I went out on a limb right there, and some people may not get these jokes, but the root of the problem is that I should probably just leave them alone.
Do you know what one tonsil said to the other tonsil? Honey, get dressed. The doctor's taking us out tonight.
I don't know about you, but I like telling dad jokes. Sometimes he laughs. I'm Aidan reporting for Tigervision News.
And now let's see what's happening around the fort and in our world.
In the fort, 4 Fort Gibson teachers were recently named Teacher of the Year for the 24-25 school year. Mrs. Sarah Perry was named ELC Teacher of the Year, Mrs. Amy Hassler was named IE Teacher of the Year, Ms. Darla Ford was named Middle School Teacher of the Year, and Mr. Rowe was named High School Teacher of the Year. Congratulations to these 4 very deserving educators.
Wait, I can't help but share another piece of important news that is set to happen this Saturday right here in Fort Gibson. One of our Tigervision sponsors, Max Drive-In, will celebrate its 60th anniversary from 6 to 8 p.m. on Saturday, October 14th. During the celebration, the restored vintage Max sign will be revealed.
In the nation, House Republicans on Wednesday nominated Majority Leader Steve Scalise, a Republican from Louisiana, to be the next Speaker of the House, sending his candidacy to the House floor following Republican Kevin McCarthy's stunning ouster last week.
In world news, Israel has declared war on the Palestinian militant group Hamas after it carried out an unprecedented attack by air, sea, and land on Saturday, October 7th.
We will be right back after a commercial and then a story from Trey about Manufacturing Day.
What happens when you bank local? Our businesses grow. Our schools get more funding. Our first responders get more support. Our families flourish. Our community thrives. to local bank. A bank that answers when you call.
Held annually on the first Friday in October with events that come throughout the month. MFG Day, or Manufacturing Day, helps show the reality and future of modern manufacturing careers by encouraging thousands of companies and education institutes around the nation to open their doors to students, parents, educators, and the community. This year, MFG was held in the North Education Building in room 112, with many bright students in attendance. I had an opportunity to interview some of the students about their products and what inspired the idea behind them.
We built a trailer that attaches to your bicycle. I was inspired because many people in big cities don't want to rent an Uber because it's expensive. Many people struggle to carry around all of their stuff every day.
I personally think it's going to go pretty good during the presentation. I have hope in us.
I'm with Integrity Staffing, and we are here doing Fort Gibson's Manufacturing Day. I think Fort Gibson does Manufacturing Day because it's such a vital part of our community. It's not only a part of Fort Gibson's community, but it's a part of Oklahoma's community.
What a neat opportunity afforded to see the students at FTG. I am anxious to see the final products. This is Trey reporting for Tigervision News.
I'm very grateful that our faculty and administration are always looking for innovative ways to introduce professions to our students here at FTG.
I agree. Thank you to all who were involved with making MFG Day a success.
And now it's time for On This Day in History.
On this day in 1903, the Boston Americans, later the Boston Red Sox, defeated the Pittsburgh Pirates to win the first modern World Series.
On this day in 1943, Italy declared war on Nazi Germany.
On this day in 1950, the film classic All About Eve, starring Bette Davis and Anne Baxter, premiered in both Paris and New York City. Known for its acid wit, it won 6 Academy Awards, including Best Picture.
On this day in 1972, a flight chartered by a Uruguayan rugby team crashed into the Andes Mountains of Argentina, and the wreckage was not located for more than 2 months. The movie Alive was later inspired from the story.
On this day in 2010, amid great fanfare, Chilean workers were rescued 69 days after their mine collapsed in the Atacama Desert, Chile.
It seems that history has the ability to build empathy, helping us appreciate cultures, ideas, and traditions that are not our own.
I agree. So on this day in 2023, as a Fort Gibson Tiger, remember that the past is our heritage, the present our responsibility, and the future a challenge.
And now to Coach London and Mr. Wicks to see where they are for this week's Tiger Sports Report.
Hey, welcome into the Sports Report. We're here on the the visitor side of the press box here at the Leo. And last week our Tigers took care of business. Homecoming week and a Friday night game, taking down the Stillwell Indians 42-7.
What a perfect homecoming week. I mean, what do you say?
It was great.
We had activities all week. It was a great coronation, the parade and everything. Weather was perfect.
It was really nice.
It was a great game. It was a tremendous week.
It was a good week. Congratulations to the Tigers and to Adriana Arnold for being selected as the homecoming queen for the 23 season. Our 3-3 Tigers played host to the 0-6 Medill Wildcats last night here at the Leo. And at the time of this recording, we don't have the results, but we got a good feeling about it.
Good feeling, and it's not about them. It's always about us. And so if our guys do what they've been doing the last few weeks and, come out, play, respect our opponent, I think we'll take care of business.
Right.
That's the plan. And so, on another note, this is Coach Nolan's first 2-game winning streak as a Tiger.
Yeah,
I mean, we're going for 3.
Absolutely.
And so we're right in the thick of it in our district, so we're excited and really happy for Coach, and coming in and really working hard, and the whole staff in general. And the boys played really well the other night.
Yeah, Hanson has great catches, ran the ball real well. The O-line, D-line, great job.
They did their job. Judd Rudd ran the ball well. Logan Bethel throwing it well, our O-line doing their job. And, we talk about offense a lot, but the defense was outstanding the entire night. Offense was kind of sputtering around in the first half, but the defense kept us in it the entire night. So Coach Bethel and his crew and those dogs on that side, it was unbelievable. So it was a perfect homecoming week.
It was great. So last night the Medill Wildcats came to town, 0-6 against the 3-3 Tigers, and expecting to have a good win there. Hopefully the things went well. We didn't have the recording or the score at the time of this recording, but if you didn't get a chance, you can go back and watch that. Just cash out me like $50 for pay-per-view, and you guys can watch that on FortGibsonTigers.tv, or you can just go watch it for free. Next week, we have another Thursday night game. This one's out of town, a couple hours away.
Yeah, we got a long drive, and it's going to be a big game because district standings and where it's at, and then you get in, playoff implications. So our boys have done a good job, and it really sets us up for big games throughout the season the rest of the way.
Yeah. So next week, a Thursday night game at Ada, 7 o'clock tip kick time for the Ada Cougars and the Fort Gibson Tigers.
Yes.
Now we're in the month of October. It feels like it's spring because it's the wind is a little windy, blowing your hair, and it's a little windy. Yeah, it looks fine. But now what officially happens in October is kind of nice.
Yeah,
we got starting practices up for boys, girls, basketball.
Yeah, real practice started.
Right.
Real practice is starting for both boys and girls basketball, wrestling, swimming, and those sports will be here before you know it. And I know they're working hard, to start when they're supposed to. So, of course, they always put that time in, but October 1's that go time.
Yeah.
So they're after it.
So we're into
looking forward to that too.
Yeah, that's right around the corner. So we're excited to see what happens in the winter sports as we tally up and get all this fall sports working. We're excited. It's a busy time of the year for the sports guys and girls, and we're expecting big things from you guys. All right, anything else?
Fall break coming up.
Fall break next week.
Oh my God,
that's exciting.
Can't wait.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday,
Halloween.
Oh, yeah.
Unbelievable. What are you going to dress up as?
I don't know yet. I'm thinking about it being Coach London.
Oh,
better shave your head. All right, well, we're going to attempt to climb the ladder back down off the visitor press box. We're going to sit it back into the studio.
Max, did you fall?
Did they say they were on top of the visitors press box at the football field?
I think so. There's no telling where they will end up next week. Anyway, thanks, Dad, Mr. Wicks, and Coach London.
Get ready for a short school week next week as we will be observing fall break complete with a 5-day weekend.
That's right. It will be a much-needed break. And just a reminder that next week's football game is at Ada. The Tigers will be taking on the Cougars with kickoff set for 7 p.m.
Don't forget, Tiger card sales will end on October 17th, so see a Tiger or Lady Tiger basketball player to purchase one today. Thanks for watching Tigervision News. I'm Emma.
And I'm Easton. Tune in next week for more
Tigervision News.